again, YouTube. This is Dr.Kendo, and we are back with Scribblenauts Unlimited. And I'm going to be creating a very highly requested item or figurehead in gaming. And I've gotten probably about 5 to 10 requests on this. I kind of lost track because some of them were not subscribers. The big thing that I like to do with Scribblenauts Unlimited, if you've ever seen a Dr.Kendo commentary for this, or if you haven't, I like to take a item request basically from the subscribers and then try to create it here in Scribblenauts. And so you do have to be a subscriber for me to honor the request and everything. This is a way to not only curb the requests because there's like, I don't know, 70 of them or something, but this is also a way for me to reward the repeat viewers and the people who are kind of active in the community and everything. And so I'm creating this body on the plumber with a circle head and cat ears here that I've created. So what in the world am I making? I am making Sonic the Hedgehog. And so this is a request that actually comes from Justin Bug and 799 Colvin and lots of other people. Again, most of them were not subscribers, so I'm just listing the subscribers' names here. And so I've actually seen several Sonic the Hedgehogs be done before, so I'm trying to create my own unique one. I noticed that the eyes are kind of, there have been multiple ways to do this white part of his eyes because he has a lot of white space for his eyes and everything. But this game, Scribblenauts, it actually has some, I guess, like palette or whatever for you to use that is just sort of composed of lots of random parts. It's lots of random shapes and like body parts. There's like hands and arms and stuff like that. So it's sort of just a library that they have. And so that's where I've gotten this shape and the shape that I was manipulating right here just a second ago, this peachish looking shape that is going to be for his mouth. And so that I'm just going to use that same exact peachish shape that I used for the mouth right here. This is so hard to grab sometimes. Okay, there we go. To make his nose right here, so we'll just color that black. And Sonic does have kind of a long little snout there at the end, but I don't want to make it too big or anything. And so we'll just attach it to that peach part. And this is probably going to be a lot of minor just adjustments and everything to make it look right. I know that there's probably better Sonic the Hedgehogs out there, but I am going to try my best to make the Sonic for you. And so right here for his eyes, I'm going to just make an oval. That's what I've typed in for this piece. And it comes with this weird puke yellow-green color right now, but you can, of course, color it in. Sonic's eyes have actually changed from blue to green in various Sonic games and things like that, so I believe the consensus is actually that his eyes are green. But in this game, to me, it looks a little bit better if I color his eyes black, so I think that I'm just going to go with the black. That's more actually what classic Sonic was like. I believe classic Sonic had black eyes. And so we're going to use that same oval shape for his stomach. And that should do pretty nicely. Yes, make some adjustments here. And so, there are tons of ways that you can make the spikes on his head and everything, his hair, his crazy hair. And so I've just done horn. And every time that I say, like, oh, you can do this, or I should have done that, or something, people come in and comment, and, like, everybody tries to, like, say, like, one-up me or whatever, and they're like, it's like, for instance, when I made my blue shell, it's like to make the spikes on the top. If I ever mention even once that, like, I could have done it this way or something, everybody's like, you should have done this, you should have done that, you should have done this, and so I'm tired of this, and so, like, I imagine people are just trying to help me and everything like that, but I'm just making it how I want to make it, and I know that there's plenty of ways that you can make this, and so the other way, as you see, is I'm typing fang here, and I'm using a fang. And so I'm actually going to make this just for his back spikes, because Sonic actually has spikes that come down from his back, of course. And we'll go ahead and name it here. I'm tired of it saying plumber copy. And so this is looking good. So we're going to go ahead and grab that library that I was talking about before. We're going to grab some legs. And, of course, color them blue. And Sonic, of course, is famous for the big red shoes. And I'm going to have a podcast actually coming up somewhat soon with my Chalk Talk series where I talk all about Sonic and Mario, but his shoes actually, Sonic's shoes, they actually are inspired from something very interesting, but I will talk about that during the podcast, so I will save that for then. But this is going to take a lot of trying to get in there, just put the shoe on the foot, there we go. and color these shoes red. I tried to make it speedy shoes because that's whatever I type in Scribblenauts when I myself, as Maxwell, want to wear the speed shoes or whatever to make him move faster. But in the object editor, it doesn't really take too many adjectives or whatever. So this is just shoes. This is what came out when you type shoes. And we have added the, more of the horns. And so obviously it's taking an animal horn because I believe when you type in horn, it actually asks you to specify, do you want the animal horn or not? And so you select, I want the animal horn. And I think they also have instrument and stuff like that. So lots of different horns. But here's that little library I was talking about again. So I'm going to grab an arm out of here. It doesn't exactly, it doesn't really matter which arm you grab. I'm just going to take this one and make it blue. And of course, we'll make a copy of it a little bit later on. But it really, again, it doesn't matter necessarily which arm you grab for the most part, as long as it can be a single color. Because what I'm going to do is try to get a glove here. Because Sonic and his signature white gloves here, we're going to have to color this glove white. And all sorts of things are getting in the way, so I have to move the back spike, of course. And so here we're going to copy it. And remember, if anybody saw one of my previous commentaries, basically where your item is going to look the same whether it's facing left or right. So that second arm, as you can see right here that I'm editing, his left arm technically is where the one that I'm talking about. That actually will always appear that way, even if he's facing to the right. So your object is going to look exactly how it looks right here, except for flipped horizontal. So that means that you don't have to, that second arm over there, that left arm is not, going to get swayed necessarily. That left arm doesn't have to be completely accurate. You just have to make it so that that's how you want it to appear on that side. And so, as you can see right here, I'm using a white circle. This was actually an idea that I saw in another Sonic the Hedgehog, so I may not be completely responsible for coining this, but I think it does look really cool, is to put the whites in his eyes, just to put that little sparkle, that white dot that they do in a lot of cartoons and such. So that's pretty awesome. And so that's what I wanted to do to my Sonic, and this is going to take, now that we've kind of got, this is mostly the basic, what I want the Sonic to look like. We've kind of got it, but I want to make slight adjustments to some things and stuff. And of course, we have to see kind of how he operates when we place him down, because often parts, move independently of each other and whatnot. But of course, I want to also change that, he's reacted to as a hero. I don't want him to be reacted to as a plumber or something. And also the source audio, as I mentioned several times, you can change the audio of any object that you are editing in the object editor. And we're going to make him a superhero. I don't know if that really matters or whatever. Just a man or a superhero. Making it a hedgehog, he won't really say too much. And so obviously that's what he is in real life, but whatever. And so we increase his damage here. He's going to have bash attack. And the big important thing is his movement speed. Why would we not make his movement speed all the way up? Because he's the fastest thing alive. So yeah, just gonna kind of, again, make these slight changes to his arms and his gloves and whatever. And I think that that's pretty epic right here. So let's see how he operates kind of on the playing field and whatnot. We're gonna place him down here. I want everybody to be able to see this. There we go. And I've made it so that he has some behaviors. Basically, Sonic in the cartoon loves chili dog. Oh, what? I can't type in chili dog. It's not working. Well, on the cartoon, he really loves chili dogs. That's kind of a big thing on the old school Sonic cartoon. Not necessarily Sonic X. I haven't really watched much of Sonic X and stuff, but okay, I don't want chili. So I'm just gonna have to type hot dog. But I basically have made this Sonic react. Unfortunately, you can't make him to react to specifically like a hot dog or a chili dog, but I just made it react to food. Basically, whenever he sees food, he becomes hungry. I know that that's probably counter logic because you're supposed to eat food and not be hungry anymore, but I wanted him to just go after the food really fast and everything. And I think that spike is on his back is moving with the arm, so it's not necessarily attached to it. Yeah, see here, you can see it. And oh wow, his nose is also messed up. I don't necessarily want the spike to just be still, I guess. I think that, if you can see the spikes on his head, those are moving with his head, with that circle. So I probably have to It keeps attaching to the arm. Okay, there we go. So we have to attach it to the circle basically and then start moving it down with these arrows. This is something that is very vital if you're going to be using the object editor, is like you might need to place an object far away. Like you might need to place the thing that you're editing far away from where you actually want it to be. Like you can see this glove there. I just put it higher up on his arm. I obviously don't want it to appear that high up on the arm. You know, I want it to appear at hand level and everything. But for it to move with that arm right there, to move up and down like that, I needed to place it higher up because it's just where the things snap to on the grid. They need to be edited like that. So now we've got that spike on his back. It actually moves with his head. I don't know, maybe that's not even the best like option or whatever, but please don't comment saying like, oh, I could make a Sonic the Hedgehog that's 10 times better than this one, because I know you probably can or whatever, but like this is my Sonic. This is how mine came out. And so this is what it looks like coming from my perspective. I will show actually 2 other Sonic the Hedgehogs that I downloaded in Punctuation Plaza because I think it would be kind of fun to see those. And so here's the one that I think is actually lesser than mine, but this one is probably, I would say, going to be the winner. And what the hell? It just ate my Sonic. Okay, so it's like Cannibal Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't know what that was, but let's do Sonic the Hedgehog. That's what mine is. Theirs are just named Sonic, so if you actually type in Sonic the Hedgehog, mine will appear. So I think that one with the darker fur right there, that's on the right side, I think that one wins, because it's like they made the shoes, they made everything like really nice, and like the gloves are actually like balled into fists, and so I don't know, it just looks a lot better in my opinion. And now these Sonics are all running around, and they're all extremely fast, of course, and in Scribblenauts, nothing can be faster than that. So that's actually the fastest that you can see right there. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Me creating Sonic the Hedgehog, the highly requested item, and I will catch you on the next vid, and thanks for viewing.
Down the road up